Hey everyone, remember Amy? She's the entrepreneur we met last time, the one with the brilliant business idea. Amy makes adorable baby clothes under the brand Pinky Girl. Amy decided to trademark it. Smart move. She thought she was all set after engaging Mr. Pang for filing the trademark. But then, she received a refusal notice from the Trademarks Registry. An Italian fashion company incidentally filed a Pinky Girl's trademark 10 days before her application. Talk about a bump in the road.
I was devastated. I had poured my heart and soul into Pinky Girl. This official refusal felt like a major setback.
Little did she know this was just the beginning of a whirlwind trademark adventure. Feeling lost and confused, Amy naturally sought advice from her trademark agent. Mr. Pang seemed confident and experienced. He told Amy not to worry, assuring her that the official refusal was just a hiccup. Amy felt a wave of relief wash over her.
Don't worry, Amy. These things happen all the time. We'll file an opposition against the competing application and they'll back down. Piece of cake.
Amy, reassured by Mr. Pang's confidence, decided to trust his judgment. She paid his fees and eagerly awaited the outcome. She truly believed this was just a minor hiccup on her road to entrepreneurial success. Now, I want to ask you all a question. Would you have trusted Mr. Pang? He seemed so sure of himself, he made it sound like a walk in the park, but sometimes things aren't always as they seem. Especially in the complicated world of trademarks. It's important to remember that not all trademark agents are created equal. Just like any profession, there are good ones, and then there are, well, let's just say not so good ones. Remember that trademark opposition Mr. Pang promised? Well, it didn't work. In fact, it backfired. The opposition proceedings failed, and Amy's case wasn't looking good. Mr. Pang, now singing a different tune, admitted he might need to dig out more solid arguments.
More arguments? You said it was a piece of cake.
Well, yes, but sometimes these cases can be unpredictable.
Amy had enough. She realized that Mr. Pang had been misleading her from the start. He had minimized the seriousness of the situation and failed to take necessary actions. It was time to find a new, more competent representative. Amy, determined to fight for her Pinky Girl brand, decided to appeal the case to the High Court. She had learned her lesson about trusting blindly. This time she hired a reputable trademark lawyer to represent her.
The lawyer, Miss Lee, was straightforward and honest. She explained that while they could appeal, it would be challenging. Mr. Pang's lack of filing a few pieces of crucial evidence during the opposition proceedings has now put us in a difficult position, Miss Lee explained. We'll need to present compelling evidence to overturn the previous decision, which will be tough to be accepted at this stage. We can only try our luck.
Despite the hurdles, Amy's resolve remained unshaken. She knew this was her last chance to reclaim her brand. The High Court of Hong Kong places a lot of emphasis on getting the evidence presented early in the game. Proceedings before the registry are not a dry run to test out the evidence to see which parts can be criticized, so that the evidence can then be perfected for the purpose of the proper run before the High Court. Mr. Pang's initial negligence had cost Amy valuable time and put her in a vulnerable position. Worse still, it is simply irremediable. The court refused to accept additional evidence and Amy failed in her appeal. The prolonged legal battle was caused by Mr. Pang. This whole ordeal wasn't just emotionally draining for Amy, it was also financially taxing. Legal fees were piling up and the prolonged litigation process was diverting her time and resources away from her business.
If only I had hired a competent agent from the start, I could have avoided this entire mess.
Her story is a stark reminder that sometimes trying to save a few bucks by cutting corners can end up costing you much more in the long run.